All right. This video, I will expand on my attestation of Greek being a privileged language. This blog is not mine. However, I do like the imagery and the words they use. Here is the author and artist, if you're interested. I will leave a link in the description. I do like their disclaimer, however. If you are interested in expanding your own consciousness, read on. I must warn you, this video is not for kids, nor is it for those who have found their savior, as it may challenge many of your ideas of consciousness as life has challenged mine. I worked through those difficulties, and those threads led me to these connections, and this is for purely speculative endeavors on the adult listener's part, if one continues to listen. So who is Kali? The goddess Kali is the goddess of death and rebirth. She also has been associated with destruction, chaos, cremation grounds, and sexuality. She is the divine mother. Her element is fire, although all elements are encompassed within her nature. She is said to mean the dark one or the black one. She is the wife of Shiva and is illustrated as having blue skin, just as Shiva does. And she has abundance of dark flowing hair and a lolling tongue, the tongue that sticks out fiercely. She wears a necklace of heads and has many arms, each holding a symbol from various Hindu gods who she has conquered or overpowered. Now, this is the Vedic description of the word Kali. In the Greek, the word Kali, kalos, kalo. Down here, you have kalitera. It's portrayed as good, just good. In my words, the word Kali was described in the East as the fiercest, most destructive, and darkest force they could portray against humanity the ancients could conceive of, as a deity to personify. And this is good to the Greeks under the Greek language. The people are not consciously conveying this, but they are cursing themselves for using this word as a broader perspective for the chanting of this word. This word is the same as the Kali Yuga here. All right, the age of Kali, the age of lost consciousness.
And it is quite likely that this was invented because we know that the dharma, which is the underlying basis of the yuga cycle, it declines in this ratio of 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
So what the ancients, what the ancient Indians, what they believed was that dharma was visualized as a bull, the bull of dharma, and it stands on 4 legs in the Satya Yuga, on 3 legs in the Treta Yuga, 2 legs in the Dwapara, and 1 leg in the Kali Yuga, which indicates that dharma declines in that ratio over the 4 ages. And that belief was most probably taken into the duration of Yuga calculations as well.
So there is a connection here for the word Kali. And to the Greeks, who are in a later culture, could have lost that context for that word. Kali as a word was chosen as a relation to this in the East. So that the word itself must do something in relation to this. It does something when once being said, and their attention for where they picture that word for their meditation is the opposite of what the Greeks did when they just convey it in language. And meditation is all about focusing your thoughts. So the attention where we picture any word associates our direction where our subconscious accepts it. Here is a quote from Dr. Joseph Murphy from the early 20th century.
6. Watch what you say. You have to account for every idle word. Never say, I will fail. I will lose my job. I can't pay the rent. Your subconscious cannot take a joke. It brings all these things to pass.
And the word Kali is their most important horror for a spirit knowledge people, knowing that a conscious blind age awaits their future, with the same word being perfect for a body science study culture under Aristotle, Socrates, and the like, who ignore planets to be ignorant of the graha, grace, influence in our bodies, as the East conveys as their belief in the as above, so below, as within, so without. Okay. In the Satya cycle, Satya age, the bull stands on 4 legs. The Tretya cycle, the bull stands on 3 legs. Dwapara, Dua, Du, this is 2 legs right here. And then Kali is 1. So it's 4, 3, 2, 1 of the 4 pillars of consciousness. Those 4 pillars are here. The Nana, which is the wisdom pillar. The Bhakti, which is the devotion pillar. The Karma, which is the 4th pillar, in my opinion. And the Raha, which is the 3rd pillar. So we have only karma in this age, which is what the Vedic religion and Jyotish are the keys to understanding in this age. Wisdom, we do not collectively have. Devotion, we do not collectively have. And meditation, we do not collectively have. But it is my assumption and my attestation that the Pisces age is a big portion of the Kali Yuga, as well as some of the Aries. Since this is not 12, this is only 4, 8, 10 possible portions of it. So this is Pisces and some of the Aries age. And in this age, we are looking for God to come to us, when God is already there waiting for you. This is a feminine house, feminine sign, so this is a feminine age, when your consciousness, your inner sight, is disconnected, to see how strong it is. Now, if this is a feminine age, that means we, the people, are the opposite. We are the masculine. We are the self-directing. We are the ones who choose the direction. That is why the fish go in 2 different directions. They're shown that way. We are creatures who are lost, with the feminine age waiting for us, inside of us, not outside of us. That's why we're told to look outside. So the white-beard man never comes, and the master, Thalem, who is God in the next age, is discredited because he's not here now, so that we can stay under the thumb of the elected. When the tragedy strikes on June 11th, they want you to curse Mother Nature, because you cannot blame politicians for an act of God. So you are directing hatred towards your power. And direction is the only ability you have in this age. Do not curse out Mother Nature. Know who's doing this if it happens, when it happens, on June 11th, because it will. Again, the Greek people are not doing this consciously. It was given to them by in their language, which was handed down to them from the Phoenician. Okay, as shown here. Phoenicians developed an alphabet where symbols represented sounds, not a word or concept. The alphabet was used to record business transactions. The Greek alphabet and the later Roman alphabet were based on the Phoenician alphabet. Now, another example of the Greek trap of their word is when they say yes. When they say yes, they say this word here. The English V is actually the Greek N, so that this word is
ne, 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 ne.
it's an N. That means it's ne. When the Greeks say yes, they say ne. But in every other language, every other culture, an N is a negative. However, the benefit of having an N as a positive is very good, and I will show that momentarily. It's very beneficial. All right, please. I want you to do an exercise with me. Find some place to rest, and you can pause this video until you do. But for time, I have to keep going. When you're ready, restart the video. But I want you to lay back, close your eyes, and I want you to just hum out the letter M with me. M as in McCoy. Okay? So I want you to just do So the vibration you should be able to feel in your body, not over the tongue. All in the body. Let's do it again. This vibration is vibrating the water that is in your body. That's why in the Hebrew, the M represents water. Their letter Mem represents water. And this is for the reason. Now, this time, when you do the M, I want you to do it again with me. This time, I want you to transition. After doing it 3/4 of the way through, put your tongue to the roof of your mouth towards the front over your teeth so that it changes to an N. And see if you can tell a difference. Start with EM. I hope you felt the difference where the vibration was actually stimulating your head around the pineal. Now, if you do it again, you'll feel the same thing. But if you do it another time where you actually put the tongue back towards the back of the mouth on the roof, it'll actually go over the the pineal will actually be over the tongue in a more central position. Your pineal gland is your point of conscious witness here on this earth. If there is a point where you make your life, it is from that point, because that point makes your body and your body makes your life. If you have nothing to put there as you stimulate it, as you go, and as the Greeks say, ne, when all they say yes for is to prove their point and to win an argument and to basically be anything material, they're not putting any spirituality there. I have to end this soon. They create challenges and they create a feedback loop of those challenges where it's a feedback loop of arguments, which bolsters ego. And I will get to more of this in the next video, but this is why Lord Byron and all other Europeans came to Greece during their War of Independence, and they all left because the Greeks just kept arguing amongst themselves, and they weren't fighting for the cause of Greece. And I can say this because I am Greek.